So great, I'm an instant fan. Those are the stars of BET's The New Edition story, showing off some of the moves they learned for the biopic airing Tuesday, January 24th. The special is a 3-night, 6-hour biopic detailing the story of the iconic 80s boy band, and it is our Toyota People Pick of the day. One of the coolest parts of the movie is that the original 6 members of New Edition served as producers for the biopic. So when the actors of the special recently swung by the studios, we found out what it was like to train for their roles while the people that they were portraying were actually watching on. Take a look.
We had a boot camp that we did, and that boot camp lasted about 3 or 4 weeks, and it was 8 hours a day, straight dancing. Very minimal breaks that we could get, and New Edition, they were coming in and out of those, the actual members, and there was one time where they were actually in there rehearsing for one of their upcoming tours, and we got to shadow them as they were doing the moves that we had to do, and the little kids were in there at the same time. So,
So we had 3 generations at the same time doing the same song, the same choreography, simultaneously, so it was a magical moment, absolutely.
Michael, I mean, it was a lot of pressure. He's like, yo, Yaz, you do your thing on tour, but for me, when you play me, you gotta make sure you play me how I am. So when I first had a meeting with him in Boston, we sat down, we was at a restaurant, and he said, look, if you could walk like this, I believe you could do it. So I did it. I talked like him, and then he believed I can play him. So it was history from there.
We all pride ourselves on being, pretty smooth and we're cool
saucy
about ourselves.
Yeah.
I was doing If It Isn't Love, and we were doing the dance, and Ricky comes up to me. He was like, "Hey man, you're doing a solid job, but if you could do everything you're doing, just a little less corny." And I was like, Ricky, if you don't get out my face right now, I'm working so hard right now. But it was like we had that open dialogue where I was like, yo, if you see something that's not you, come in and let's fix that thing up. We all had that dialogue. That was the blessing of having the Legends New Edition with us, pretty much like maybe 70% of the time on set. If not everybody, somebody was there representing the collective.
I remember him.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah. I remember doing a performance scene, and I heard Bobby screaming in the back. So I felt like that was like that check of approval from him. But I know it was some stuff like, what were you talking about? I know he came up to me, he was like, listen, I'll never let nobody talk to me. So he was like really like getting in my head, getting me into that Bobby mode. To really dig into that character.
And he murdered
that.
Yeah. When you see Woody McClain up there, you're gonna see Bobby.
Ah, thank you, man.
He tapped into it. I mean, I know everyone is like, oh, New Edition picture, and everyone is thinking, oh, Bobby. What you're getting is the full spectrum of the group, what makes the group. You're gonna get Bobby, but also Bobby is a whole nother story as well. But you see a deeper side of Bobby. You learn what makes Bobby Bobby, and everyone else,
Hey YouTube! Don't forget to like this video and leave a comment if you enjoyed it. And for more people now, click on the subscribe button down here.
And check out more great video right now by clicking on one of these links.